So by a request, I am doing the Sony MDR-ZX300 headphones, and I'm doing the white version in this video, although there is more than one version out there. Now, if you don't know what I mean by request, if you head over to the website I do special requests where if you request a specific product, I will look that product up and see if it's worth reviewing. And if it is, then I'll review it. These did seem worth reviewing, so I'm doing a review on them. So I'll start off with the technical specifications, then I'll talk about the design of the headphones, and then I'll give my conclusion at the end, which has all my thoughts to do with the headphones in, and we'll have a written review on the headphones as well on the website, which is linked down below. So let's start off with taking out the packaging and seeing what it's like. So here's the headphones out of the box. Now the only thing it comes with is a multilingual guarantee information document thing, which really just tells you about the headphones and the guarantee and stuff. In terms of technical specifications, I'll go over the unimportant stuff. Well, might be very important to some people, but it's got a 1.2 meter cable, which is it's actually a quite interesting cable, and I'll get onto that in the design. They're closed style headphones. They weigh 120 grams. Now that's the unimportant information. Now the important information is that they use 30mm drivers, and on the drivers they have neodymium magnets. The frequency range is 10 Hz to 24 kHz or 24,000 Hz. The capacity is 1000 milliwatts. The sensitivity is 102 decibels per milliwatt. The impedance is 24 ohms, and it's what else is there? Oh yeah, it uses a gold-plated connector. So that's the sort of technical specifications of the headphones, and I'll get onto the design just in a second. So starting off on the design part of the review, I always start off with the cable, because that's really the easiest place to start with. So this cable, it's a lot different from a lot of other cables that I've seen, and I would actually say it's probably a big design feature to do with these headphones. As you can see in the main part of the cable, it's just a standard, quite thick actually, spherical cable, cylindrical cable, sorry. Spherical, lol. But what you have is you've got two lines on either, you've got a line on either side, which doesn't go all the way through. However, once it reaches the point where it needs to separate into two smaller cables to go to each headphone, it doesn't separate into two smaller cylindrical cables. It seems to it split really into two semi-cylindrical cables. I don't really know what the shape is called. But yeah, you can put them together and it's literally the same as the other part of the cable. It just separates into two semi-cylinders. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, I think that is quite interesting with these headphones. And also with the cable on these headphones, if I move the rest out of the way, see if I can get you in there. It uses an L-shaped connector, which is better for things like phones, iPods, things that you're going to be putting in your pocket, and there's less chance of the cable here internally getting damaged. Now, if I was to use an example, I'll use these headphones. If you were to plug it in and then put it in your pocket, this bit's going to be pulling on here, which is going to cause some damage internally, and over time that will eventually destroy the connector inside, whereas with these you're completely safe there. It's also quite thicker here, thicker plastic on that connection, so that's even better. And you've got the gold plated connector connector there as well. So I'm going to move on to the rest of the headphone now. So on to the rest of the headphone. I'm going to talk about the headphone cup areas themselves, and then go on to the headband in a second. So from this side, they do actually look really nice. They look stylish. The type of headphones that you would like to be seen in public wearing, not ugly looking headphones, not whatever. They do look really nice. Now these connections are really good. They also swivel, which is another good feature to do with these headphones. And as you can see, this design here, you can see how they've done the metal there. It is metal, by the way, I think. Yes, it is metal. It looks really good from this side. However, if you turn them over, you can see that from this side they don't look as nice, as stylish, as expensive as they did from the other side. The ear cup padding, although it does work well, it doesn't feel weird, it doesn't hurt your head at all, it doesn't hurt your ears. It doesn't look nice. It looks cheap, and so does the internals of the headphone as well. It all just looks cheap and nasty. If you were out in public, if you were wearing them, or any occasion actually, if you're actually wearing them, no one will see that. They will only see the other side of the headphones. However, I do think that, switching them over again, I do think that just these parts of the headphones lets it all down, really. I think if they were to use a memory foam style design, what headphones should I use? In fact, you know what? I'll just use these headphones. If the cup styles, I know it's out of focus, but if the cup styles were a little more like this and less like this, they would look a whole lot nicer and a whole lot more expensive, actually. Even if it added a couple of quid onto the cost of these headphones, it would be worth it in my eyes. I think they do let these headphones down a lot. Onto the headband and sliders and everything. Now, so the headband is actually, it doesn't look comfortable really because it's got no padding. It doesn't look that strong because it's quite thin. But I think that goes with the whole design of these headphones. The sliders work extremely well. They don't look like they're gonna break at all, especially considering the size of the sliders. I mean, if you take into account the design of sliders on headphones and the little bits of plastic included in those designs, they don't feel like it's gonna break anytime soon. And that, for the size of these headphones, is extremely good. Now, with the fact that these don't have padding on the headband at all, it doesn't hurt my head at all, and that's because they weigh 120 grams. They are very light headphones, and they don't put pressure on your head at all. Sometimes you can forget that you are wearing them. Not to mention that because it's got no real design or features on the headband, it can flex very well, and I think that is a good feature as well. I think in terms of the headband and the outer part of the headphones, the design, the styling, the quality is extremely good. I think overall, if you were to see the headphones from this angle, which when buying the headphones you actually do on most pictures, you see it from this side, they look amazing. However, when you turn it over to that side, you kind of get a whole other feeling to do with these headphones. I really do think that that side of the headphones is a bit of a letdown. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention also, you have a little dot on this side to say that that's left for whatever reason, and you also have the red part on this side compared to the white part on this side, and the red parts to say that that's the right, so you can tell just by looking at them that's the right one that needs to go in my right ear, very, very clearly. So I think that's another good feature to do with these headphones. So it's time to tell you what I've come across while testing these headphones, and I have tested them quite thoroughly. You know, I would have done this review a long time ago if I just put them on and did a review on them, but I've used them for around a week now just to see what they are like and get good thoughts on them. So I'll put you back over there and put my ugly face back on the screen and tell you my thoughts on them. So my final thoughts on these headphones, I'll start off with the design and then I'll get on to performance. In terms of design, they look amazing, they feel really comfortable. They are literally, for white headphones in my eyes, perfect apart from one thing, and that is the ear cups. The ear cups, oh, they really, really, really let it down. I mean, just look at them, right? If you take them, and then you probably can't see this, but if you then look at the ear cups on the HAS4Xs, they look, in terms of quality of the ear cups, 10 times the quality of these. Just by looking at the ear cups on them, they look 10 times more comfortable than these do, and that's why if you see in the adverts they don't actually show the ear cups. I do think, you know, bump the price up a bit, like a couple of quid, for what it would cost to get the ear cups like on the HAS4X, where it's, on them it's not memory foam, but get memory foam ear cups with that sort of smooth styling, put them on these headphones and they would look by far 10 times better than anything in its own price range. Now that's the design, but in terms of performance, they are a bit of a letdown. I just first initial thoughts when looking at the headphones, I thought if these sound as good as they look, then they'll be amazing for the price, but unfortunately they didn't. There's very little bass to these headphones, and when you've got the sound quite low, most of the noise is quite distorted, so really you do have to bump the sound up to get any sort of clear noise, clear sound, clear music, whatever you're listening to. And I did notice that you actually have to bump the volume up higher than with other headphones to get the same sort of quality, which in my eyes is quite bad, especially when travelling, if you don't want other people to listen to your music too. Really, the noise was a bit of a letdown. However, for the price, I'm going to say it is completely acceptable, considering they are less than £20. And I've always said, you know, if you're going to go for cheap headphones, over £20, you know, that's the sort of sweet spot. Anything lower, you are going to lose quality to the point where it can be a bit annoying. So £20 to £30 is really the sweet spot for budget headphones. But yeah, to conclude, great looking headphones, bit of a letdown on the ear cups. In terms of performance, they are nothing special whatsoever. They are really just headphones to look good, maybe not to actually listen to. For example, you know, they come in blue, red, black, white. They come in a lot of colours, so you know you could buy a pair for each sort of colour style that you were going to go with in terms of dress that day. If you're the kind of person who likes to colour coordinate their clothes or whatever, or tries to, you know, puts effort into the way they look. I'm not saying If you bought other headphones you wouldn't, but if you wanted your headphones to go with your clothes, then these probably are the headphones to go for. But in terms of performance, don't really expect anything special from them. Other than that, I'm Hal Thompson. This is a Haltech TV review on the Sony MDR-ZX300, I think it is. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, whatever, and goodbye.